Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're at question number 197 for DevOps and SRE interviews. The purpose of these videos is to get you ready for any interviews that you might have in the near future for DevOps or SRE roles. I'm trying to cover the 15 most important topics in as much depth and width as possible. That way, if you're watching these videos, you will feel prepared and confident going into your interviews. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's nothing for you, but it's actually it makes a big difference in my channel. So I would really appreciate if you did do that. Thank you. So, as you may know from my other videos, I did a research on based on LinkedIn job descriptions, and these are the 15 most important topics I came up with that somebody should be studying if they're getting ready for DevOps or SRE interviews. The ones at the top are more important because they come up much more often than the ones at the bottom. However, even the bottom ones are not negligible. Do spend some time studying the last 9 or so, but of course, focus more on the first 6 or 7 topics. Okay, today we're at topic number 12, Terraform. Now, I'm not sure why Terraform came at number 12 based on the data that I had. Maybe it's a small data set or maybe it's the type of jobs I did the research on. But either way, Terraform is definitely top 5 for DevOps and SRE interviews. It is used just about everywhere there's DevOps. And if it's a technical interview, chances are very, very high that you're going to get a Terraform question. Okay, so given that, let's move on to the question now. This question was actually requested in the comment section of another video, so I'm doing that for that because of that. So if you have suggestions or questions that you faced, feel free to leave that in the comment. So question now is, how do you upgrade Terraform on your local host? So of course that depends on the OSS, but let's get to that. Before that, I do that though, my career advisor Floyd Spencer is giving me a 1 hour session. I'm not financially affiliated with him. This is not an ad. I just know that he's very passionate for anybody who's in the job market. So please take advantage of that. So first of all, upgrading Terraform is kind of a manual process, and which sucks kind of, but it is what it is. So, but it's actually not very complicated though. So first of all, you check your version, and then see which version you're going to get by looking at just googling the latest version of Terraform, and make sure the newest version doesn't have any breaking changes. What that means is that, let's say you're using a particular provider or a particular code, if the readmes for the newest version tells you it's going to break some other previous version, then you want to make sure that none of your code will be affected by that. Generally, that is not true, but it's a safety thing that you should be doing. And then you back up your current executable. So in all your Windows or Mac or Unix, the executable is, you can find out where it is by just typing which Terraform command on Unix or Mac. I'm not sure of where you find that in Windows, but anyway, just make a copy of the executable that you have, put it somewhere else in case you have to roll back. That's normal practice for any DevOps upgrades, right? So then you should run the Terraform providers command. Why? Because you want to see what versions you have of the providers, meaning AWS, GCP, what have you, right? And you want to make sure that the versions that you have, the provider version that you have, are compatible with the latest version of Terraform that you're about to install. So generally that's not a problem, but just to be sure, you should do that because otherwise it's going to break your code. Okay, then you download the zip file from Terraform's website. For Mac and Unix, it's very simple. You just do g-unzip and copy the newest executable that you just got on over the top, the one you have on your machine, and that's it. Then you're on the new version. On the Mac, you can also do brew upgrade Terraform command if you used brew to begin with when you install your previous Terraform version. On Windows, same idea, just replace the executable where it is, where it lives today, probably under Windows System 32 or something like that, and with the new version that you have. That path should already be in the path environment. Therefore, you shouldn't have to mess with the path variable for you to be using newest version of Terraform on Windows. Once you've done that, you just simply run a Terraform version command to see to make sure that you do have the newest version. Once you've done that, you have to run the Terraform init-upgrade command to upgrade all your providers. That's the key part, meaning the provider software that you have running with Terraform for AWS, GCP, Azure, what have you, they need to be upgraded along with your Terraform version. Otherwise, the old version of providers may not work. Then you run Terraform providers command to see what version of providers you have now that you've upgraded the providers and the Terraform version that you have. Hope this was not too boring and not too complicated. Hope this was useful. If you if you have topics or comments, you can find me on LinkedIn, or you can simply leave a comment below. I will address them as fast as I can. And I will see you on the next one.